Okay, just want to say hi to everybody. It's been a while, so good to see you guys. Um, as you guys know, on this channel here, I'm talking about events that happened, spooky stories, haunted house, or some kind of ghost stories, or phenomenon experience that we encounter. Okay, so today I'm spending a little time here reading about a beautiful Ukrainian being murdered by a homeless man on the light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina. Irina Zaruska, a Ukrainian refugee killed on Charlotte light rail. Wow. Toel Gallo. Hi. Hi to you, Gallo. Good to see you. America is no longer a safe haven for everybody to come and live here and be saved. America is not a safe place to live anymore, guys. It's so cold. It is. It is so cold, guys. You guys probably saw this on the social medias, on the news outlet, probably mainstream news. Irina Zaruska, a Ukrainian refugee, it was killed on the light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why? Oh, I get it now. But yes, say hi to you. So, you guys saw the videos. This beautiful young Ukrainian lady, she's my home, her, how do you go to live, to life? How do I go to life? Oh, so you have to be on YouTube channel, right? Your channel has to be to certain levels and to qualify to go live. So if you go to your channel and you go to uploads or whatever and you don't see a live button on your channel, then you can't go to live yet. Yeah, Solly1214 said you need 50 subscribers and I think you have to have certain amount of videos, or you have to do 50 short videos before you can go live. You have 58 subscribers, Trail Gallo, but you have to have at least 50 videos too. If you can't do long video, you have to you do those short videos. Okay. Solly, can you say something for me? What's up, Solly? What do you want to say? You talking to me or you talking to Gallo? Me go on live? Gallo? Trail Gallows? Yeah, you gotta create if you reach certain requirements on your YouTube channels, then YouTube will automatically let you go on live. Stay off the grid, Mr. Hello, Mr. Homosexual. What is that for? Is that go to somebody? Fantastic gay outfit. Yes, thank you, man. It's not really a gay outfit. A couple days ago it was raining, so I went to work. As I got to the parking lot, the place that I work, it was like a little sunny day but shower, and I can see the big, huge rainbow color, you know, on the sky from one part of the sky to the other part of the city. As you know, in my culture, when you see something like that, you should not point your fingers to it because it's the rise of the dragon. It's the rise of the dragon, okay? So how long have you been gay? I'm not gay, man. You know, I have nothing against gay people and not gay, but do you work at a Chinese restaurant? No, no, no. I work in a American dairy plant. All milk, all ice cream. No matter what, I made most of your ice creams. I provide ice cream for you guys. You love your McDonald's caramels? You love your McDonald's mochas? Do you stop by McDonald's and pick up your mochas, flavors, your shake? Do you own a laundromat? No. I need to say something. Go ahead, trucks. I want a job that like that. Oh, you do? Yes. Feel free to go apply. There's a lot of opening. We make ice creams for you guys. We provide you with a lot of creams. You know, cream and creams. How old are you? I am 56 years old, almost 60. What do I look like? Teenagers? How old are you? Yes. So, hey, so I saw this rainbow color, right? And I like that, like the story. What is at the end of the rainbow, right? I was like, oh, gold, gold, gold. You're 9? Oh my gosh. Why you little kid? You're 9 years old, trucks? So if you're 9 years old, you listen well, okay? It's about be proactive, safety, live your life, stay away from troubles. So Arena Zaruska, Ukrainian refugee, beautiful lady, came from Ukraine to the U.S. She's a refugee. You're going to be 10? Congratulations. I have a 10-year-old daughter. She's just in sixth grade now this year. So she got to this light rail train and she sat on this chair and this black dude, his name was DeCarlo Brown Jr., was sitting behind there. He was already there. So he pulled out this pocket knife, reached over and stabbed her in the neck. She is looking like this and she was bleeding. And then he stabbed her many times in the back. And these people that was in the train there, saw it. They're just standing there and watch till, and then she is suffering. She was suffering there, and DeCarlo Brown Jr. just walked away. And this is what he said in his whisper: "I got that white girl. I got that white girl." So disgusting and so cold. So cold. Lil Marco, I'm be 15 tomorrow. How come I get, how, you guys, this channel is for adult people only. I don't know how your mom, how your parents allow you to be on YouTube with this channel. So on my YouTube channel is, I think you guys are lying. I indicated that for people over 18 only on this channel. How come you guys, little kid, 9 years old or 10 years old, be on this channel? I think you guys just floating around here, okay? It's her birthday. So, Yeah, it was cold, bloody cold. A human being should not be killed, die in this way. I mean, that dude is just, they said that he was in and out of prison 14 times and let him run loose. So, America is not safe to live anymore, guys. Okay? It's not safe. It's hard to be out there in the public, it's hard to be walking the street and you be stabbed to death. You being game, uh, you be, I don't know, you be shot by gangsters. Uh, very, very scary. That's why, that is why I don't ride the public transportations, guys. You know, my sister is always bleeding. Trouts, watch out, man. Watch out, watch out. So, so anyway, it comes to transportations. I don't ride the city bus. I don't ride the transit, public transit. I don't ride anything. I rather either walk or drive my own car. But you know, the government plays a big role in this. So, so this is how it works. They manipulate, they control you. So the insurance raise your premium. So the the insurance went to DC to lobby that every state, the government has to make law that vehicle that you drive has to have insurance. If you can't afford insurance, you should not drive. You should not drive your vehicle. It's considered vehicular uh, murder. If you kill somebody, you had an accident. So the insurance company went to DC. They have people that lobby in the government, so they have to make laws that require you to have insurance if you own a vehicle or you drive a vehicle on the public roads or public streets. Then the government will make the law so some people cannot afford it. And then they build the public transportations. So majority will cut down their driving or own a vehicle that they would just go and ride the public transportations, city bus, public transit, train, whatever. And it plays both sides. So the state or the city or the government make money for building the light rails of the city bus. They make money. The poor people cannot afford insurance, buy the vehicle, own the car, whatever motorized vehicle. So poor people will have to go ride the city bus or the public transit or whatever light rail trains. The well off people will get to own a vehicle and pay the high price of insurance drive the vehicle on the roads. So it balances out. So what's negative about it is that somebody like Irina Zaruska, a Ukrainian refugee who just got here in the US, probably still a refugee, don't have a license to drive, don't even have a green car yet, or not a citizen, can't do much, so she rely on the library or the public transportation. And then, you know, in that part of life, there's a lot of poor people, homeless, criminals, druggers, drug users, addicts will use public transportation to move around. And no matter how well you are, who you are, how kind you are, you're mixed with these people, and you'll be riding this public transportation, and then yes, somehow, sometime, somewhere in your situation, you will be, one of these days you will meet your match, or you'll meet your undertaker, and it will end up terribly like this. These beautiful young Ukrainian refugees, Irina Zaruska, just died. Makes no sense. Shuo Wing, long time no see. How are you doing? I still waiting to see Lu Chi. Haha. Oh, really? Okay, yes. I don't know if that will come true unless our people become like the people in Nepal in India, okay, the Himalaya mountains. They falling apart. Be more in what is it? What's that guy's name? Be more and that little Shodu, that Sean guy. Help me out. On Josu Sean, right? I got to go when I need to sleep only at 8. Oh, Trouts? Okay, bro. Little kid. Go sleep 8. Yes. Already past your time. My daughter is 10 years old. She goes to sleep at 10 every night. No more than that. But you behave. Good sleep, okay? Yes, on Josu and Dr. Lipaya and all those people, Monk teacher, they're all falling apart. There's no light in the end of the tunnel, sure. I believe so. Okay, so anyway, somebody like Irina Zaruska just being being murdered by these DiCarlo Brown Jr.'s, homeless, big time criminal. So this will happen. A good person will die in a cold-blooded case like this. It's because being refugee. They tell me God, she mua chị nhỏ lợ, she mua chín chị nhỏ lợ, so tháp lâu your girl, yes, that's right. So, I was a refugee myself back in the 80s. A lot of my people came from the Vietnam, American Vietnam conflict era. It's called the Vietnam War. And we were refugees. And when we first came here to the US, we had like Christian sponsorships, Catholic sponsorships. So at the beginning, most of us came to here as refugees, especially my people. Like the Vietnamese, the South Vietnamese, the Laotian, the Cambodians, the Southeast Asian refugees, we all came here as refugees status back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the early 2000s. And at the beginning in the 1970s, 80s, we came here. So we were refugee, and then we were thrown into live in the very bad neighborhood, like the ghettos place in America, like the public housing system, the poor neighborhood like Rhode Island, Michigan, like Detroit, Michigan, and like Milwaukee, Wisconsin, like Fresno, California, like you know, somewhere in Colorado, this is where we all landed. You know, Minneapolis, Minnesota, we all land in these places. We were put right into the gangster alley, ghetto place, public housing, criminal places, and our people, our kid, we had to endure these 20 years of subjugated place, and we cannot breathe, and no wonder our kids turn to be gangster and you know robbers, thieves, smugglers, whatever. It's because we're put there for a reason. And we learn later that we cannot live in place like this. We must work hard, earn money, get out of these ghetto places and go buy houses, live out in the suburb instead of this urban life. And we must educate our kids to get out of poverty and all these things. Took a long time for my people to get out of poverty in this country. Still is. There's still a lot of them in public assistance. They still live in the public housing. The what is it, the projects and the ghetto place. So, but most of us escaped. We got to a better place now, and yeah. If you don't want to get killed, murder, just try your best to get out of the project. What I mean, public housing, the very ghetto place where drugs, murders, rapes, crimes is going on. You need to get out of there. Trouts, I thought you go to sleep. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like Arena Zaruska, the refugee, so she cannot do much. Maybe she's still getting help from the government, being a refugee status. So that's what happened, guys. You live in the place so ghetto. You ride a public transportation. You know that in there's a lot of criminals riding the public transit, city bus, and all those things. So whenever you do that, you have to be prepared. Don't go there alone. Okay, I gotta go now. Bye. Okay, bye, Trouts. Thanks for all those funny faces. Okay, you have a good night. So while you sleep, okay, if you're still on it, you have to hear me on the next one. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so Trouts. Okay, so my city, where I live, back in the day, there was this young girl. She's only 13. Okay, and her parents so strict she can't go late at night. She had to go sleep at 8 or 10 o'clock. Okay, but then one night she snuck out. She opened the window and she jumped out and she went and wandered in the street in Minneapolis. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay, and she lived in St. Paul, Minnesota. Somebody she wandered on the street and somebody gave her a ride to Minneapolis in downtown, and she met these two older girls, like in their 20s. These two white girls, talked to her, tried to be her friend, and then they took her to this hidden place, this house. It's like a dungeon, and in this dungeon, these two white girls, they met this little 13-year-old Asian girl, and they took her there, and they forced her because they work for this pimp, this white guy. He's like a pimp, and he controlled these two older white girls to go on the street and be, looking for his prey. So they found her. They took this young 13-year-old Asian girl to this dungeon, and then he tortured her. He actually, raped her many times, and then they strangled her to death. They put her in these plastic bags, garbage bags, and then they draw her body all the way like 2 hours away, and they dump her body into the wood, let her run let her run. So anyway, they're looking for her after 24 hours, and then she didn't nowhere to see her. So the police, FBI came to do a investigation, and somehow they found video, the camera in the city, and they found her. These two white girls was talking to her, and they was able to identify this, and then they traced out what happened to her, and they end up in this place, this dungeon, and they end up finding her bodies way in the wood later on, like a month later. It's already decomposed. So yeah, these two white girls, this guy was arrested, so they went to prison. They got it, at the end they went to court, the case, and they found these two guilty white girl, that this white guy is like a mastermind. He was go to prison for that. So I just want to bring this to you, Trougs. You're a young kid. Don't jump out of your window. Don't sneak out in the middle of the night. If your parents say you gotta be home at 10, yes. After 10 midnight, after 10, that's when the criminal come out. They come out looking for their prey. Okay, so this is when I bring this to you and everybody else. Okay, even though you haven't, even though you have kids, give this warning to your kids also. Okay, but the thing here is, America is not safe. Okay, so if your parents, make sure your kids goes home and sleep before 10 o'clock. Okay, they got school tomorrow. They gotta go to school tomorrow. Okay. This DiCarlo Brown Jr. stabbed this Ukrainian girl many times. And he walked along, the blood was dripping on his knife. Oh man, all these people just standing and staring and do nothing. That is why I'm afraid to go ride the public transportation. Okay, my city has a real public train rail here too. Okay, so but I had never been onto one of those cable rail, like riding from St. Paul to North Minneapolis up to connect to the suburb, But hey, you guys, it's so bloody cold murder. And I think President Donald Trump saying that DiCarlo Brown Jr. should be in the death row, and they should yeah, they should put him a death penalty. And besides that, what do you guys see on the news? The most amazing thing that happened. Oh, okay. So Charlie Kirk, right? One of these social media top influential Republican supporter. What is it? Uh, he talks about. I think he's talking about uh, conservatives' strategies. Donald Trump's is his team, right? And he kind of looked down a lot with the gay people, lesbian, transit, uh, and then other race, other minority racials. So seems like a lot of people think a lot of these hatreds was like Charlie was creating an environment that a lot of these people didn't like him. So, you guys know that a couple of days ago, Charlie Kirk went to the University of Utah. He was having like a speech. He's giving like his audience, all the students were gathering around in this place outside the university. And then suddenly there was a gunshot, boom, and he's on his neck, and he had blood like coming out of his neck. He's just falling down and shaking, and he's dead. And they haven't found the whoever did the shooting. They found a video, a guy with a cap, skinny. He jumped on the roof when he was standing uh, with his sniper rifle, and then they saw him walk through this like residential neighborhood, but they didn't know what happened to him after that, and they're still looking for him. So the world is not safe because Charlie Kirk did not have money to be like a president or like a vice president or like somebody like Kamala Harris, who they have like FBI protection or security guard all over the place whenever they go. Charlie Kirk was just normal, regular, person, but he has a lot of influential talking points, and it's kind of like siding with the conservative side with the Republicans. So we don't know. This a lot that happened since Donald Trump became president. Remember the shooting in Minnesota? The guy went to these two senators' house and shot them and their wives. When Donald Trump was running for president, he got shot in the ear, right, in the rally, and he was in the golf course somewhere in the South, Florida, right, and a guy was preparing to shoot him from the fence. Now Charlie Kirk is being shot in Utah. He was from Arizona, right? I'm afraid one of these days there'll be a civil war in the US. And a person like me, minority, my people is like 0.1% in the US. So majority in the US will be like white and black. And I feel like this is how I feel. I feel like it is not safe for me in the US anymore. So I don't know what to do, man. I'm just like talking out here, but I had to watch my back all the time wherever I go. You know, I mean, I had carry on, open carry, but still, what can you do with that, right? So Charlie Kirk was shot and dead by a sharpshooter, sniper, whatever, assassin. So I want to bring to you guys that America is not gonna be safe, especially somebody want to kill you, want to murder you, because AI is very smart, and then some criminal can go to and work with AIs. Say like Charlie Kirk is going to have this rally in the University of Utah, right? You can go to AI and then tell AI, say, okay, so Charlie is go there. I'm going to murder Charlie. What is the best position when I can see him? I can set up my equipment or rifle. Where is the best location when I was best way for me to escape? Escape route was the best route. Where is the best way for me to hide after this to hide? And AI will tell you all this, generate all these things for you. And then you will pick how you're gonna do it. This is why I'm saying America is not safe anymore. So somebody can still get away from that murder. Even the Charlie Kirk murder assassin, he might be able to escape because he had AI intelligence show him where to go, where to run, where to shoot, what to do. You guys get that? That's why America is dangerous. So that's something that we'll be afraid of. People will be afraid of. And we should be prepared for the coming future because AI is taking over. Anyway, I hope this talk, this live, this stream brings something that you will be proactive and think twice before you ride the public transit. You go in there, you observe what kind of people sitting there. If you don't have to be there, you don't need to be there. Wait till the next. You have to look your surrounding, okay? If you're a woman, especially you're beautiful, like Arina Zaruska, your life, your chance of being attacked by a man or some criminal or rapist or a murder like that, it would be like higher than a man like me would go into that. Or if I'm an Asian guy like this, I have a more chance of being attacked in the public transit than, let's say you ride the New York rail, okay? You give a better chance to be attacked by these people, these racists, these prejudice, these haters of your kind, okay? So you have to be careful, and then even though you have to choose where you have to live in the United States, which state is safer for you, even though it's not going to be, it is not so comfortable. Like, okay, so if you live in New York, you know that you're Asian guy or Asian woman, you'll have a more chance of being attacked by haters, by prejudice, by racists. Would it be better for you to move to California, right? So you had to think like that. And even though it pays more over there on your job, and you move to California, it pays less. You had to balance out your situation and your thinking. And you act, you go on, you move, you move, you settle where you want to be. Okay? It's not like you don't have a choice. You're not a tree. So like Irina Zaruska, she had no choice. Her country it's at war, and it's not safe to live, and she had to migrant to the U.S. as a refugee. And her status as a refugee, they put her to the place where she is, and now she's dead. Okay, but this whole situation is sad, people. So much going on in the world. You know, we should be proud every day we live, every breath we take, every moment we're still alive, and enjoy our time in this planet Earth. You know, you guys know that in Nepal, India, the little country kind of next to India, okay, they had riots all over the country. Because the country was corrupted, the government that ran the country took all the, they collect high tax from the people. The people were poor, but they collect tax, and they use the tax money to build a luxury life, to live a luxury life, to build castle, to build buildings, to do all that, and did not distribute back to the people. So the people were poor, very poor. They had no job. Inflation is like 80% inflation. Inflation in that country. People had no job, hungers every day. So the young people had no future. They were angry at the government, but so they had this thing in social media, in Facebook, and YouTube, and Instagram, all this social media. They outburst their anger burst out in this social media. They came out social media and they described the situation in their country, right? So now the government move in. The government say, "Oh, it's gonna ruin their reputation to the world stadium." So they try to control this. They try to block out all these people from social media like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all these other social media outlets. So these young people was not happy. So they went out on the street protest. They have protests days and night and days and night, and the more come in, because the more angry they are. So they had this thing against the government. Now the government went out there with fire, the water truck, blast them out, shoot them with plastic bullets, and then more anger, more people, more riot. They start burning houses, burning cars, burning the cities down. So then the government got so angry, they used real bullet and they shot and killed, was it 9 students? And then the whole country went out of whack, out of control. So they burned the palace, they burned the government. I think the prime minister got to a helicopter and fled the country, but his follower, like the minister of finance, the prime minister, the minister of finance, whatever coordinator, and I believe one of his wives was captured and beat up, tortured and to death. Some of these government politicians, houses were burned down. They were captured and beat up naked. They're thrown into the river. It was floating in the river, and they're throwing rocks on these politicians. And everything's go out of control in Nepal. And the police were just doing nothing because what can you do? Right? Let's say you have 1,000 soldiers, one gun and rifle, and you were supposed to guard the palace, but 1,000,000 people coming forward. How many bullets do you have? Let's say each person had a rifle, 1,000 bullets, and you have 1,000 soldiers. Okay, 1,000 bullets. You got 1,000 soldiers. You got 100,000 bullets. They came in 1,000,000 people rushing to you, and you start shooting them. You run out of bullets before these people, and these people are willing to die. Their mission was, the young people said the mission was, if the government want to ruin us, they better be fair. If they not be fair, we gotta go forward, charge forward. If they kill all of us, we are dead. The whole country die. What does this Nepali government, what are they there for? Who are they managing? What people? There are nobody left. Who are they going to govern? Yeah, the government, who are they going to govern? If they don't have negotiate, they don't help these people, they're gonna come out and attack you. So then the government, like the prime minister, had to flee the country. It's not like you're going to shoot them all. Yes, the police will not do that because those are their relatives. So that's how the country fell apart. And sometimes we think, oh, why can't we just shoot them down? We have guns, we have rifles, we have helicopters, we shoot all of them down. Those are your people. You shoot all of them down, who are you going to govern? What is the world going to say to you? What's the other country going to say to you? Human genocide, right? You commit genocide. If you don't do that, the people's gonna burn your cities down. Your hands are tied as a government. You know. Think back to George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So when they beat up George Floyd to death, the police brutality, it caused a, what do you call it, a reaction, chain reaction. People rise up, burn cities down, burn the groceries down, burn their food stores down, burn everything, burn the police stations down. And what did the government do? Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Nothing we can do. We can't do nothing. Let it burn down the city until they realize that, oh, what did we just do? Why are we burning this? That's the only way they can win. But after the event, now their super Walmart's been burned down. Their Target's been burned down. Their food supplies been burned down. Their riots, they robbed their own neighborhood. They burned down their own house. So now they have nowhere to go shop. You guys know that? This is what humans are. So humans are like disasters. They're not like animals. Okay, so like a lion, it's locked down on a injured giraffe or injured zebra, and the lion only gonna go eat the lion, and they're just gonna attack the lion. Simple. But human, it's like, oh, we don't like all these zebra. We're going to kill them all, eliminate it, exterminate it. wipe out them. That's who humans are. So human is doing a lot of damage to another human being, right? To other animals, to the planet, to everything. So, you know, George Floyd thing. So that whole midway in St. Paul, Minnesota, it was burned down. Some of the super Walmart, super Target were burned down. The whole neighborhood mop and pop shops were burned down. They're being robbed. After the ordeal was over, the business people didn't want to come back to the neighborhood. So you know what happened now? So where I live, I kind of live outside the city of St. Paul, way like 40 minutes away, outside of St. Paul, kind of more like in the suburb, right? And there we had a Walmart. But now the people that used to have a Walmart way where they torched down everything, now no longer have the Walmart after the George Floyd thing, riots. The Walmart was burned down, their store was burned down. Now majority of people that live there are like poor people. They have no transportation. They ride the transit, the public transportation, just like I just said earlier. So they burned down their own Walmart because they're low life people that, you know, uneducated, lower class people live there. Poor people, I mean. So they burned down. Now I start notice that there's a lot of people that will come to shop at my location, Walmart, that super Walmart now. We have traffic more than before. Why? It's because the people in that part of the city burned down the super Walmart, burned down the Target, burned down their Cup Foods, burned down their Rainbow Food, burned down their grocery store. So now people didn't want to go back and build business there because if a riot goes off, they're going to do the same thing. So the business people go away. They move to a better part of the city. So now what happened to the people that live there? They want to go shop at Walmart. They have to come all the way down, like 2 hours away, like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half drive to reach my the Walmart where I live. You know, and then yeah, they had to go find the food source, the grocery stores, 30 minutes away, buy the food. This is what we call you burn down your own city, you burn down your own food source, you burn out your supplies, and you didn't think. Yes, you gotta compromise. This is what happened to people when they have different idea, thinker leaders, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. What you're thinking about. Okay, people, I'm gonna leave you here. You have any idea, any thoughts, any thinking, comment down, and in your life, just do what you can, but always be proactive, be safe, and take care of yourself. I don't want to see another you being stabbed so many times, die in the public transit. Okay? Peace for all. I hope I don't offend any of you. Good night. Have a good sleep. Bye-bye.